All right, we're doing a product spotlight on the CGZ Gen 3 Montero. That's 2001 and 2006 floor mats. I'm going to show you all 4 floor mats so you can see coverage. I'm going to give you details and insights on this product to answer any questions you might have. And so right now we're looking at the driver's seat. So first row, driver's seat. Here's the mat. And as you can see, the coverage is excellent on this mat. It comes up pretty high on that inboard wall, comes back, and then on the outboard side, the lip comes over the sill plate. So if water does get up this high, it's just gonna drain right out. So I really like the coverage. And the thing that really sets the CGZ mats apart, I've used tons of different floor mats over the years, and these ones are definitely my favorite. And the main reason why is because of the rigidity. You can hold this thing with one hand and it keeps its shape. Other floor mats, they're just like floppy doppy and they just go like, and they just droop right over. So, you know, that may not be seem like a big deal, but the problem is when you go to remove them from the vehicle, you got to be super careful and make sure that they don't fold in on themselves, because then you just end up spilling the water or dirt into your footwell. The rigidity of these really helps a lot, and the rigidity comes from the fact that they're also just much thicker, more durable overall. So you're not gonna wear through these as easily. And I had one floor mat, for example, in my second row that it kind of melted from the heat of the muffler. So my favorite thing and the biggest takeaway I would say on the CGZ mats is just the durability and rigidity is unmatched. Now, one thing that I do want to point out is that these were originally designed for foreign market Pajeros, just like for the Gen 4 specifically. And so for any of you that have tried, you might have seen some people try the WeatherTech Gen 4 mats, Gen 4 Montero floor mats. Same situation where there's a few areas that don't fit exactly right on US spec Monteros, and one of them is underneath the brake pedal. You can see there's this mold mark right here for an additional piece of the footwell that came out, but we don't have that. So under here, it's just, I got my hand back here, it's just empty. So if you did push on there, you can see there's nothing behind there. But this side, this part right here does match up and is rigid. So, you know, I just want to point it out. I've been using these for about a year now in my 2005 Yoshi, my main off-road vehicle. And this has never been an issue, because your foot never is really going to hit here. You're resting it here or it's on the pedal. And even if you did push on it, it doesn't do anything. The whole mat doesn't move or anything. It does have a little spot right here where the claw goes. So I wanted to point that out, but that is the driver's side. Here's the passenger side, same kind of setup with the lip coming over the sill. The inboard side goes really high up against the console, which is nice to keep all of this carpet clean. Now, this will settle down a little bit, as these mats were brand new out of the bag. I just took them out to film this video. But as these sit in here in the sun over time with the heat, they'll form to this vehicle a little bit better. And you can see it's possible that if you put your foot up here, the back of the mat lifts up a little bit. I don't know. I've never had any passenger or anything say anything to me about this in my vehicle. Again, I think it settles down over time, and it's very, very slight, but again, something I want to point out. Let's take a look at the second row. I really like the second row because it is all one piece. There's no seam in this. There's no split in the middle where dirt and water can get underneath, especially if you're like me and you got kids back here. The coverage is really, really good on the second row. You can see it's got a lip up against the front side to trap everything, and then again, it doesn't just stop right here, it keeps coming down and extends over that sill plate, so stuff can drain right out. Like other floor mats, like I mentioned, the Gen 4 Montero WeatherTechs, they were based around a foreign market vehicle, so they don't have the cutouts here for the second row heater vents. So you're going to want to probably take a little knife or scissors and cut out a little rectangle on both sides of this mat so that your second row passengers can get some heat on their feet. Now coming to the cargo area, you know, this was something that when I put this in my vehicle like a year ago to test it out, I really was like, I don't think I'll have a use for this. I never had used cargo covers in the past, but I've actually really liked it, and it's been really helpful. Just in keeping all the kinds of like dirt and sand and rocks out from here, so where I don't have to like be constantly vacuuming, and it hasn't been a pain. I always thought that cargo area covers would be a pain, like when you need to access the stuff underneath, but you can see it's not. It just lifts right up, and you can like push it back there and then just come and still get to what you need to get. So it's actually been great. It's been one of my favorite additions. I've really enjoyed having it. As you can see, it has really tall walls all the way around, and so it captures everything. I recently had a leak coming from this seal, and all the water got captured up in this tray and stayed right here rather than risking going down into the tub and rusting things out. So yeah, the cargo cover, I've been really happy with it. And one thing I do want to point out is you can see there are these nice little like cutouts so that your seatbelt can still operate, and the hinge for the third row seat still works. But if you're going to actually use your third row seat, and you know, you take it out and you flip it up, you've got to be able to latch it right there on those latch points. And so you're gonna need to cut like a hole or a slit in the cargo mat so that the claws on the bottom of the third row seat can actually make that latch connection. So that's it, you guys. I hope that answered all your questions. You know, if I had to summarize it, durability, rigidity, and coverage. That's what makes these mats my favorite out of all the Gen 3 floor mats out there. And if you're interested and you want to go get yourself a set of these mats, you can get them at lusooverland.com. The first and second row mats are sold together, and then the cargo area mat is sold separately. Again, that's lusooverland.com. Thanks so much for watching.